The Kia Cadenza is here from Seoul, South Korea. The Cadenza has been on sale since 2010, going through a refresh in 2017. The Cadenza was originally slated to be Kia's mid-sized sedan and has received numerous accolades and been deemed a great model by many journalists. The model being shown is a 2017 Cadenza, which is on sale now at Kia Fort Wayne, who I want to give a huge thanks to for making this video happen. They have huge inventory and just about every model of Kia available. They're also running spring sales right now. I'll leave a link in the description box below. Being Kia's mid-size sedan, it's not as sporty as the Stinger, but not as luxurious as the K900. So, what is it? It's Kia's attempt at making an affordable and luxurious mid-size sedan. The model being shown is the base model, or known to Kia as the premium model, which starts at $33,000, but you can easily option one up to over $45,000. But just how good is the Cadenza? Is it as good as the journalists say? What about reliability? That's what I'm here to find out today. The Cadenza was designed for luxury and practicality, and at 0 to 60 time of around 6.6 seconds is a clear reflection of that. It also shares the same engine as the Kia Stinger, which is a 3.3-liter twin-turbo V6 but with minor tweaks. It puts out 290 horsepower and 253 pound-feet of torque. It comes with a butter-smooth 8-speed automatic transmission which shifts incredibly smooth. The Cadenza can hold 16 cubic feet of cargo storage, which is a great space for a lot of goods. Paired with the 3 rear seats, it can carry a lot of items. The Cadenza being shown is painted in the color Platinum Graphite. The exterior is quite generic. Besides Kia's signature tiger nose grille, there's not much that sets this car apart from others. But that may have been beneficial to Kia. Going with something too crazy might have been controversial and hurt sales. So I can understand why Kia did this. Playing it safe would have been the way to go. Not to say that this car isn't well designed, but not everybody likes the crazy and radical styling of some brands. However, personally, I wouldn't have minded if Kia did do something crazy that set it apart from other sedans. Sometimes adding that extra flair could easily edge over buyers, but then again, it's just as easy to get it wrong. The interior is plush, beautiful, and well made. There's nothing uneasy on the eyes in the interior, nothing too crazy. The leather, aluminum, and the wood trim create a beautiful look inside the cabin. It easily rivals other luxury brands. Being that this is the premium model, it's quite devoid of a lot of features. In the center console between the driver and the passenger, you'll find the heated seats button as well as the drive mode selector. The Cadenza has virtually the same drive modes as the Kia Stinger, save for the custom drive mode. Just above that are the controls for the infotainment system, a CD slot, and your climate control buttons. In the middle of the button arrangement is a beautiful analog clock. The Cadenza has virtually the same infotainment system as the Stinger. If you're interested in the drive modes and the infotainment system, I'll leave a link in the description below to the review I did of the Kia Stinger. The rear seats carry the same feeling of luxury. The wood and aluminum trim is carried to the rear as well. There aren't many amenities in the rear. In the middle there are 2 vents as well as a cigarette lighter and a USB port. The Cadenza comes with an 8-speaker audio system. There aren't any other optional audio systems for the Cadenza, unlike Kia's other models. However, it sounds just as good. I'll let you all have a listen. It sounds quite good. The audio was crystal clear, however, it sounded rather hollow. In the end, the interior of the car is a great place to be with a reasonable amount of creature comforts. It doesn't have everything you could possibly hope for coming from a luxury sedan, but this is after all the base model. For a majority of the drive, I chose to drive in comfort mode. Driving the car in comfort mode, I could immediately feel how soft and light the steering was. The steering wasn't so light to the point where just a nudge could throw me off the road, but it was light enough to give the car a luxurious feel. Inside the cabin it was quiet and contained. Road noise felt buffered and mitigated. The suspension helped dampen the drive and gave the car a smoother ride. Switching into sport mode, the car seemed to tense up. The steering feel was a lot sharper, and the response was a lot better. It also seemed to make a lot more noise. The drive for this review was very brief, so I apologize for that. However, from what I could tell, the car was very dynamic. In comfort mode, it could be quiet and luxurious when you wanted it to be, but also very sporty and responsive when you switch it to sport mode. This is by no means a Rolls-Royce or a Ferrari. There are a lot more expensive cars that combine luxury and speed into one package. And this is by no means up to the level of cars that do, like Bentley and Aston Martin, but it is a good starting point. For the money, you get a car that can switch up its characteristics on the fly, has a smooth ride, and is great in value.
This is a 360-degree parking.
Kia is a brand known for reliability, and it's safe to say that Kia builds reliable cars. However, even the most reliable brands can have some hiccups. Due to this, Kia has issued a recall for the Cadenza due to the brake vacuum hose becoming kinked, which can reduce stopping power and increase the chances of a collision. Dealerships should inspect the hose and replace it if necessary. This mainly affected 2017 Cadenzas. But that's really it. This car is a rock-solid vehicle. There aren't enough common problems with the car to make it have a detrimental flaw, and Kia has made sure to sort that out. But long-term reliability has yet to be proven. How is this car going to hold up in 5, 10, or even 15 years? Only time will tell, but always make sure to do a PPI before you buy a vehicle, and do your own research as well. Knowing what you get into before you buy a vehicle can always save you trouble and the hassle. Going into this review, I expected this car to be just another Kia, similar to how I thought about the Stinger. But this car occupies a completely different segment than the Stinger does. Not only is the car spacious, comfortable, and practical, but it can also be a bit sporty when you want it to be. But, would I ever consider buying this car? The answer would be no, but only to the base model. If I was ever going to consider buying this car, I'd definitely opt for the limited package. This would include more of the features and the technology that the base model lacks. But even then, it'd be a hard sell. Cars like the Audi S3, which cost literally the same as the Cadenza Limited, have the same amount of technology, if not more, and a much sportier all-wheel drive package. I personally would go with the S3, but not everybody's a gearhead maniac who's obsessed with specs and 0 to 60 times. If you want something smooth, comfortable, and appealing, the Cadenza should definitely be on your shopping list. Most people's pride is way too high to buy a Kia, but if most people could be more open to different brands, then most people would see that this is a fantastic car.